Well, I'm Kenny Lowry, and today we're going to take a look at the patio deck version of the champagne fountain. Now, this is the champagne fountain, and you'll see it elsewhere on the website. We have the aerator hooked up in there, and it's bubbling up, and you can see it through this glass panels on the side. So we don't have that hooked up here today. We're just showing you the patio deck version here, and we're probably just going to take this right back down. So we have it hooked up temporarily. So make sure you check out that other video, which I'll put underneath of this video. It'll show the nighttime version of the bubbles kind of going up through there, and that is why it's called the champagne fountain. It's a very neat fountain. It's a very modern, sleek kind of look to it. It's kind of a rustic on the finish, so you kind of got a modern shape with a rustic finish on it, so that's kind of different on this fountain too. The really show for this fountain looks nice during the day, but I think nighttime is when it really is a show for this fountain. Those bubbles kind of coming up through there, just kind of mesmerizing, kind of pulls your eyes in there into it to kind of sit there and kind of watch it. So but this is a patio deck version. If you can't do that in-ground system, then you can always do the patio deck version. We always recommend, if you have the option to do the in-ground system, to do it. If you have open, because that's going to eliminate 95% of your maintenance. When you have open water like this, you are going to have some maintenance with it. You're going to have, like, here's a bug floating in here, and you got in there last night, I'm sure. There's a couple of leaves down in here. Those are kinds of things that you're going to have to dip out. You get a little aquarium net or something like that. With the closed in-ground system, you really don't have that issue with those. So it'd be a little harder to keep this clean. It's not bad, but still, it's just one more thing you have to do. So I think the in-ground system, if you have that option, do that. If you don't, you need to do it on an above-ground system, then this is a great option for that. Right now, grab the camera and take a close-up look. It's got a pleasant sound to it. You got that water falling on water. I think you can hear it there. And there's those glass panels, and there are 3 of them around it. Now, the pump normally would go up inside of the base there, and that's where your aeration unit would go as well. Remember, we just have this hooked up separate temporarily, so we just have the pump with the cord coming over the edge, and then we're going to take this right back down. So normally the cord would go through the bottom of the bowl, down underneath, and then that way you don't see the cord. If you have an area where the cord doesn't bother you, then I would probably recommend just doing it that way. And the reason being is when that pump does go out, which it will eventually, it'll be a quick change out. If you have to change it out with the cord going through the pool, then you're going to have to take the whole thing apart and run your new pump through cord down through the bottom. So if you can live with the cord going over the side, then I would do it that way. Just going to make it easier to maintain. As always, if you have any questions about any of our products, you can reach us at 540-948-2239 or email us boulderfountain@gmail.com.